good morning to everyone. You all have your Raisin in the Sun playbooks, and what we're going to do is begin to discuss the American dream as a theme in the play A Raisin in the Sun, and how it connects to the characters, what each of them seem to want, and how it connects to the Langston Hughes poem titled Harlem, which was inspired by the Raisin in the Sun title that Lorraine Hansberry, the playwright, came up with. Okay, so can I have someone sort of give us an overview or what your understanding is of Act 1, Scene 1 in terms of one particular character, and that's Walter, the father, in this play. So who can talk about Walter a little bit, his personality and what he seems to want connected to the American dream? How about Kenyatta?
Well, Walter, he's the father. He has a lot of dreams set, a lot of goals. He doesn't want to be the average American, and because he's a black male, he feels like he has to do more, and it's going to be harder, but if he tries, then he can make something out of his life. He's kind of one-sided, so he is really focused on his dreams. So even though he doesn't mean to kind of disregard his family's feelings or their well-being, he does in a sense, because he doesn't think about you know, what their dreams or what their goals is, because he's really focused on opening the shop with his two friends, Willie and Bill.
Very good. And what's interesting is Walter, as the father or the patriarch of this family, he has a dream he feels that is the best way to better his family's life, which is opening the liquor store. But there are other people in this family who have a dream as well. And those characters are who? Can someone tell me a few of the other characters who have other goals or a dream for the family? How about Jalen? Can you give me one character?
Mama. She wants to have everyone in the family happy.
Okay, Mama. She wants to have everyone in the family happy. Okay, and what else? Tiana, what about you? Can you think of another character who has a dream or a goal?
Benita must be that.
Benita. And Benita is what? The sister of Walter. So Benita's in college and she wants to go to medical school. And one of the things we've talked about before is that there's new money coming into the family, and everyone sort of wants to divide this money and use it for what they want. Okay, so let's go to the Langston Hughes poem. Since we're talking about dreams and we're talking about the American dream, we know that A Raisin in the Sun comes from a line in this poem. Can I have someone read the poem for us aloud, nice and loud? How about Tadrika?
What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or feaster like a sword, and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? Langston Hughes.
So as we see here, Langston Hughes, the poet, asks a number of questions. And these questions, I feel, all relate to the characters and their conflict in this poem, A Raisin in the Sun. Or does it explode? If you could think of one character who might very well explode in some way by the end of this play, this story, who do you think that would be and why? Jasmine?
I think Walter.
You think Walter? Okay, speak up so we can hear you. Why do you choose Walter?
I chose Walter because he changes throughout the whole thing, as in he wants, kind of like, he wants what's best for his mom, what's best for his parents and everything, but then again he wants his own thing in life, not in overall.
He wants his own thing in life,
Yeah.
like the business he wants to open up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, very good. Okay, what I want you all to do right now on your sheet of paper, does everyone have a pen or a pencil? Okay. Let me... Pen, pencil, anybody else? Alex and Razan and anybody else can other than Jalen? Okay. All right, what I want you all to do right now is choose a line from the Langston Hughes poem, any line, and then I want you to connect it to a character in A Raisin in the Sun, the play. And tell me why you feel this line has something to do with the character. And what I would like for you all is to think outside the box and not everyone choose Walter. Like there's Mama, there's Benitha, there's George Murchison, Benitha's boyfriend. There's also Travis, a little boy. There's Ruth, Walter's wife. And so I want to give you guys a minute to do that, okay? And you can write it on the assignment sheet that I've given you. Okay, is everyone just about done? Okay, I like to start with Alex. Alex, can you please tell me the line from the poem that you chose and what character did you connect it to?
I chose the
Can you
fourth.
speak up?
I chose the fourth line. It says, "Or fester like a sore." I said Ruth, because like everybody in the story, every character in the story is going through something, and I feel as though that Ruth is going through her own personal problems, but like everything that she's going through, she's not like expressing herself or letting anybody know. She's just hurting inside. So that's why I said.
And that makes you think about the sore festering, like it's not able to heal because she's not letting out her emotions or really sharing a lot of what she's going through. Okay, very good. And how about Razan?
I chose the line "like a heavy load," and I compared it to Mama because she has a lot of responsibilities and duties to take care of, and she's always forced with pressure around the other individuals in the house to comply to their requests and desires when she knows what's best for the family.
That's very good. And Mama she would be considered the matriarch. She's the overarching figure or the adult who's trying to keep her hand on everyone and trying to make sure that everyone is happy and healthy. And she's Travis's grandmother. So not only is she looking out for her own children, Benitha and Walter, she's trying to look out for the next generation, which is Travis. He's young, he's in elementary school, and she doesn't want to see her son and daughter-in-law fall apart because they have this little boy to take care of. So Razan, you're exactly right. Okay, and let's ask Itane, what did you come up with?
I said the line, "Does it stink like rotten meat?" And I compared it to George Murchison. You know, Benitha saw him as like really selfish and like consumed with money, and like they saw him as kind of like greedy-ish. And his attitude wasn't exactly, the best towards people. He was kind of materialistic.
Very good. Exactly. Does anyone else care to share their example before we move on? Okay, good. Let's take a look at our Act 1, Scene 1 questions here. And we can basically just discuss them. And I'd like to, after we go through the Act 1, Scene 1 questions, I'd really like to ask you all if you had one character